Good morning, this is Kasturi De. Today I am going to start with a new chapter, that is chemistry chapter. It's chemical reaction. This is according to ICSE syllabus class 8. Okay. So first I'm starting with the introduction. So what is a chemical reaction? It is a collective term which is used to describe one or more substances. That is, it may be elements or compounds. Okay. So which are undergoing a chemical change which absorbs or releases energy, and so that one or more products are formed. So it's a collective term. This chemical reaction is a collective term which is used to describe one or more substances which are undergoing a chemical change by absorbing or releasing energy and forming one or more products. Okay, therefore a chemical reaction to take place, the following conditions are required. Okay, what are the conditions which are required? There must be one or more substances taking part in a chemical reaction. Okay, that is, those are called reactants which take part in the chemical reaction. So there must be one or more substances which are taking part in the chemical reaction. Then there must be release or absorption of energy during a chemical reaction. Either energy is absorbed in the form of, generally in the form of heat. Either the heat is absorbed or the heat is released. Okay, so this energy absorption or release is to be there for a chemical reaction to perform. Then there must be one or more new substances formed during a chemical reaction. That is, after a chemical reaction, in a chemical reaction, when there is a chemical reaction taking place, one or more new substances are formed, that those are known as products which are formed in a chemical reaction. So three conditions are required. First is the reactants are required, one or more reactants, more substances are required, so which can take part in a chemical reaction. Then release or absorption of energy is required during a chemical reaction, and one or more new substances are to be formed during a chemical reaction. Okay, now a chemical reaction involves breaking up the chemical bonds. So chemical bonds which are present in the substances, that has to be broken between the atoms. That is, the chemical bonds which are present between the atoms or the group of atoms, or reacting or substances or rearrangement of atoms, making new bonds to form new substances with the absorption and release of energy, normally in the form of heat and light. So in a chemical reaction, chemical bonds between the atoms or groups of atoms, that has to be broken, and new arrangement of atoms or new chemical bonds has to be created to form new substances with the absorption or release of energy, normally in the form of heat and light. Okay, now a chemical bond is the attractive force. What is a chemical bond I'm talking about? It is, the chemical bond is an attractive force that holds the atoms of a molecule together in a compound. A chemical reaction is represented by a chemical equation. Okay, by a chemical equation we represent a chemical reaction. Okay, so the substances taking part in a reaction are known as reactants, and the new substances formed are known as products. So the reaction, that is the reactants, okay, reactants will be equal to, after in the chemical reaction, the products are formed. So left hand side will be the reactants, and left hand side of the arrow will be the products. Okay, and in between the reactants and products, the separation between the reactants and products will be an arrow directing towards the products. Next is the characteristics of a chemical reaction. Some of these typical changes are observed in a chemical reaction. First, evolution of a gas. In a chemical reaction, generally a gas is evolved as a product. Okay, the formation of the gas bubbles. How can we identify the gases is being evolved? By seeing that in a liquid which is present, there may be some bubbles being formed due to, and that is known as effervescence. So that will prove that the gas is being evolved after the chemical reaction as a product. Okay, like for example, zinc plus H2SO4, that is zinc plus sulfuric acid, will give us sodium chloride solution and hydrogen gas. Okay, in the sodium chloride solution, we will see some effervescence coming up. This will show some gas is being evolved. And after proving that it is a hydrogen gas, we can tell that the gas is hydrogen gas. Okay, this proving part we will discuss later on. So sodium sulfate and hydrochloric acid, sodium sulfate when reacts with hydrochloric acid, then sodium chloride solution with sulfur dioxide gas is evolved. That is sodium chloride plus water and sulfur dioxide is being evolved. Then change of color. So first is evolution of gas. Second thing that can be observed in a chemical reaction, that is change of color. See, certain chemical reactions are characterized by a change in the color of the reactants. The color of the reactants change, the products which are new product is formed, that will be different from the color of the reactants. For example, iron and reacts with copper sulfate, aqueous copper sulfate solution. Aqueous copper sulfate solution is a blue solution. Okay, and when iron reacts with this blue copper sulfate solution, we get a green solution of iron to sulfate, that is ferrous sulfate, and copper as a red deposit. So copper we get as a red deposit, and the solution, blue color solution, changes to green color solution. So blue color solution was copper sulfate, and the green color solution has become ferrous sulfate solution. Okay. Again, another example is copper sulfate solution. There is blue copper sulfate solution which reacts with hydrogen sulfide gas, hydrogen sulfide, to form copper sulfide. That is a black copper sulfide is formed. So blue copper sulfate solution becomes black copper sulfide, black solid. Okay, it becomes solid. Solution becomes solid, and sulfuric acid is formed. Okay, so there is a change of color. Then third point which we observe in a chemical reaction is formation of precipitates. Certain chemical reactions are characterized by the formation of insoluble solid substances which settle down at the bottom of the reaction tube as precipitates, which the substances which settle down at the bottom of the test tube, or the tube, any container that is in which the chemical reaction is being taking place, that thing is known as precipitate. Okay, so formation of precipitate is also a characteristic feature of a chemical reaction. Okay, for example, silver nitrate solution. Okay, silver nitrate solution, aqueous silver nitrate solution, when reacts with aqueous sodium chloride solution, silver chloride, white precipitate of silver chloride is formed, and sodium nitrate solution is formed. So in the sodium nitrate solution, we see a white precipitate that is known as silver chloride. Okay, again in barium chloride solution, when reacts with sulfuric acid, then hydrochloric acid is formed, and a precipitate of barium sulfate is also formed, of white precipitate of barium sulfate, which is found in the solution of hydrochloric acid. Okay, now another fourth change is change of a state which we observe in a chemical reaction. Change of state, that is from one gas to it becomes solid or liquid, like this change of state is become. Then in many reactions there is a change of state. For example, the reaction might start with the solid or liquid reactants but end with in a gaseous product, end up with gaseous products, or vice versa. The physical state in the reaction can be represented by solid, that is S for solid, and liquid for L, then G for gaseous state, and AQ for aqueous solution. So hydrogen sulfide gas, when reacts with chlorine gas, it becomes hydrogen chloride gas, and a sulfur, that is solid, yellow solid sulfur is formed. Okay, see, gas changes to solid. Again, ammonia gas, when reacts with hydrogen chloride gas, a solid ammonium chloride is formed. It is also a solid. Ammonium chloride is a solid, so ammonium chloride solid is formed. Then again, fifth change is change in energy. During a reaction, change in energy takes place. Example, when fuel is burned, large amount of energy is released in the form of heat and light. Or you can say calcium carbonate, when it is decomposed, a heat energy is released. So there is transformation of energy also. Either it is absorbed or released. So these are the characteristics which we observe during a chemical reaction. Okay. Now conditions which are necessary for a chemical reaction. It should be in close contact. Okay. A chemical reaction takes place when two or more substances are mixed together. For example, see, when sodium metal is mixed with cold water, a vigorous reaction takes place. A large amount of, extremely vigorous explosion type of reaction takes place, forming sodium hydroxide and hydrogen gases evolved. Then attraction in the physical state of the reactants through solution. Okay, so that is when two solutions are mixed together, then a reaction takes place. First was is that when they were in close contact. Okay, and now this is when in the form of solutions when they come in contact. Okay, like sodium chloride and silver nitrate solution, when they come in contact, both the things are in solution form. When they come in contact, they produce what? They produce silver chloride as white precipitate and sodium nitrate solution. Then heat energy. When heat energy is given to the substance, then there is a reaction taking place. Like some chemical reactions takes place only in the presence of heat. For example, see, lead nitrate. When heat is given to lead nitrate, it decomposes to lead monoxide, nitrogen dioxide and oxygen. Or iron and sulfur mixes with sulfur in presence of heat to form ferrous sulfide. Okay, iron sulfide, ferrous sulfide. Then light energy. In presence of light, some reactions takes place, like photochemical reactions or photosynthesis. That also takes place in presence of light. Okay, like 6CO2, that is 6 carbon dioxide, reacts with water to form, in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll, to form glucose and oxygen. Then electricity. Some chemical reactions takes place in the presence of when electricity is passed to the reactants. Okay, like in water, when electric current is passed, it decomposes to hydrogen and oxygen. Pure water, we cannot pass electricity because pure water is a bad conductor of electricity. When small amount of acid or alkali or salt is mixed with the pure water, it conducts electricity. Okay, then in some chemical reactions, high pressure is given so that the chemical reaction takes place. Okay, like nitrogen, sorry, it's not sodium, it's nitrogen combines with hydrogen to form ammonia. Okay, nitrogen combines with hydrogen to form ammonia in presence of 450 degrees centigrade and 200 atmospheric pressure. Okay, then some reactions takes place in the presence of catalyst. So what is catalyst? It either it does not take part in the chemical reaction, but it changes the rate of the chemical reaction. If it increases the rate of the chemical reaction, then it is a positive catalyst, and if it decreases, then it's a negative catalyst. Okay, now positive catalyst in this for example, so this potassium chlorate, manganese dioxide is a positive catalyst. In the presence of 300 degrees centigrade, it changes potassium to potassium chloride to and oxygen. Without MnO2, temperature is 700 degrees centigrade. Okay, after adding 300 degrees centigrade, after adding this MnO2, the temperature can be reduced to 300 degrees centigrade. Otherwise, the temperature needed for this reaction is to be 700 degrees centigrade, and also the reaction is slow enough. Okay, and after adding this MnO2, this reaction becomes faster. Okay, another reaction is that nitrogen with reacts with hydrogen to in the presence of iron as catalyst and molybdenum as promoter. It reacts 200 to 900 degree atmospheric pressure and 450 degrees centigrade it changes to ammonia and heat is evolved. Okay, so I'll discuss this in my next video. Please go through this. If you have any doubt, please do write in the comment box, and also do like the button, share with your friends, and do subscribe to get the notification of my next video. Thank you.